Hi, I'm Gary from Marsh Decorators, and today on behalf of Trade Decorator TV, I'm going to be reviewing this product here. It's Wethertex water-based flexible smooth masonry paint. But before I do that, could you please subscribe to the Trade Decorator TV YouTube channel, click the bell button at the top of the screen, you'll be notified of all future reviews by the team. Okay, so Wethertex, I don't know if you've heard of it before. It's been trading 45 years. They mainly specialise in exterior paints. They've got a whole range there. If you go on the website, you'll find out. And admittedly, I've never heard of them until about a year ago, where it was mentioned in a few of the decorators forums, and I was always interested to see how good the product was, because some of the people who were using it give it really good feedback. So I was interested to find out how it would work for me. A few facts first before I explain what I'm using it on. It's developed using advanced Optilife silicone technology for improved breathability. It's self-cleaning due to the silicone in the paint. It's used on render, brick, stone and various masonry substrates. It can protect them for up to 20 years, but you know yourself, depends on what surface you're putting it on and obviously the elements that's around the areas you paint. It's algae resistant, it's ultra waterproofing, it's got excellent adhesion to the surface you're putting it on, and it's highly flexible to prevent cracking. It comes in a wide range of colours including RAL, British Standard and NCS. It can be applied by brush, roller and spray. It comes in 5 litres, 10 litres and 15 litres. The 5 litres going for around about £26 and the 10 litres around £53. Depends where you get it from. A little bit of advice before you use it. If any substrates are loose, apply a stabilising primer, preferably ST1QD by Wethertex, and if there's any areas affected by bacterial fungal growth, give it a coat of C10 multi-surface fungal wash again by Wethertex prior to putting the masonry paint on. But check out the Wethertex website for any more additional information you need. The two projects I'm going to be using this product on is the first one's a farmer's courtyard. It's taking a beating. Obviously there's a lot of animals go in this courtyard when they're being stored before they get moved on, so it's absolutely filthy, and the farmer wants something that's really hard wearing. So this surface will be jet washed prior to us starting, and any areas that needs preparing and priming will be done beforehand. And the second project we're trying is a large bungalow in the countryside. This isn't in too bad condition. There's a few parts breaking down which will be repaired, again primed with appropriate primer before we start. So I'll give you my review on the product once I've used it. So I'll leave you with a few photographs of before we start the project, and then maybe there's a video of when we're using it, and I'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, so here we have the job we're using the Wethertex paint on. It's this first wall here, it's quite a heavy textured wall, and the other wall is a breeze block, and we have another textured wall over there. As you can see, they're quite dirty, they've all been jet washed. Any areas that are loose have been primed with appropriate sealer. And obviously this is in a farmyard, so we need something that's really hard wearing, hence why we're using this paint. I thought I'd call back here. The walls are all finished. I've had 2 coats of the masonry paint. It's a really wet day, so I thought I'd call over and see how the rain is affecting it. And it's repelling off. It's not soaking in like some masonry paints. The water's like lying on top and just rolling off, which is what it's supposed to do. So overall, I'm happy with that. Same with obviously the different textures. The water's just rolling down the wall rather than absorbing into the surface. So that's all good. Okay, so we just started this outside this morning. It's going the same colour again, sandstone. There's a few little bits and pieces being prepped where loose paint was. We've just started masking the windows up so they're all well protected. Condition wise, it's not bad condition really. There's a few little bits flaked off, like I said. Obviously just well weathered. It's a rather large bungalow. So we're about prepped up now. A few more windows to mask up, then we'll start putting the masonry paint on.
Okay, so we've used the Wethertex Ap77 masonry paint on the two projects I mentioned earlier. So here's my thoughts on it. First of all, the coverage is second to none. Covers really well. More so in the farmer's courtyard, which I mentioned. Even though it being jet washed, there was still ingrained dirt and muck inside the grooves and things like that. So I wanted to cover it well. I honestly thought it was going to take 3 coats for the surfaces, because there was breeze block, there was brickwork, and there was a very high textured masonry wall, which I definitely thought was going to take 3 coats, but all 3 surfaces went in there 2 coats, no problem. A nice even matte finish that dried really well, so I was happy with that. Again, the courtyard, I went back to see by the video when it was raining one day, because I wanted to see how well the water repelled off the surface, because I don't know if you've seen any masonry areas when it's raining, like say for instance a gable end, where it rains and sometimes you get like shading and dark bits and light bits where the water's going in. Don't get us wrong, it does dry back nice and even, but I want a paint where it doesn't like absorb into the surface. I want it to repel off it, because to me it shouldn't really be doing that, and this paint does that. I went up close and the paint, like droplets just run down the masonry paint. It doesn't absorb into it at all, which again I wanted, especially in that farmer's courtyard. And for the countryside bungalow we did, I wanted obviously a paint that was going to last a long time, because it was a large bungalow and the customer can't afford to have me come back every couple of years to redo it. So I wanted a paint that was really hard wearing and a quality paint. In my opinion, this is a really good quality paint. It's up there with the best masonries in the market at the moment. Like I said earlier, I hadn't really heard of them until a year ago, but I'm sure I'll be using a lot more of their products in the future. So much so I've become a Wethertex contractor, and I'm going to obviously try some of the other products. So check out the website and see some of the other exterior products they do, because I certainly will be. This product I'm giving 10 out of 10. To me, it's, like I said, it's one of the best masonry paints on the market at the moment. I'm really happy with the coverage. Both projects I used the colour sandstone, which was a really nice finish, as I said. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell button at the top of the screen to see any other future reviews we've got coming up, and I hope you enjoyed this review.